We're gonna learn about the female gooning experience today, you guys. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really even know what the word goon means. I thought, like, gooning was, like, in movies. You know, you got, like, the bully character, and it's, like, his little goon behind him. I thought that's what a goon was. Anyways, today we're gonna watch the female gooning epidemic. This looks like a fun video. Let's jump into this. Let's learn about gooning.
So today we're gonna be talking about the female gooning epidemic. And for those of you who aren't aware of what gooning is, let me quickly give you a rundown on what it entails.
Yes, please.
To put it bluntly, gooning is the act of delaying the nut for as long as possible for the purpose of pleasure.
It's not just edging. They had a term for that already. God, why am I getting so many plays right now, dude? Sorry. Why did they change the name of it? Edging wasn't enough. It wasn't silly enough. It wasn't goofy enough. Gooning sounds stupid. Who came up with this? These damn Gen Zers. Wait, I need subtitles.
Now you might think that
Sorry.
gooning is exclusively for the male gender, but no, I have a true story about female gooners that changed my whole perspective on what it means to be a gooner.
Alright, buddy.
It was last year in February,
I'll learn about
near
this.
the release of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish movie. My girlfriend at the time asked me if I wanted to go see it, and I said yes because I saw some good reviews about it on Twitter.
I still don't know what that skibbity thing is. I don't know either, but then I saw a video the other day. Do you guys remember that old ass internet video where it's like, I'm a banana? Do you remember I'm a banana? I'm a banana. I'm a banana. That was our skibbity. And when somebody explained it to me like that, I was like, oh, okay. I don't understand skibbity, but I understood the banana thing. You know, I can't really get on these kids and be like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I too was once a brain rotted child. I'm a brain rotted adult now, but I was once a brain rotted child. Anyways, back to gooning.
Then when we get to the staff that checks our tickets, they ask me for ID, which I was confused about. The staffer just looked at me and then looked at my girlfriend. I turned to her and see that she has the biggest ear-to-ear grin that I've ever seen.
She lied.
I then look at the ticket in her hands, and it's not for the Puss in Boots.
It's not for Puss in Boots.
It was actually for Magic Mike's Last Dance.
Did you guys ever watch the Magic Mike movies? Okay, so I watched it with my friends before. One of my friends was getting married, and so we were like, oh, let's have like a little bachelorette party, you know? So we decided to watch Magic Mike because we'd heard that it was like silly and stupid, and we were like, we don't want to get an actual male stripper because that's just cheating. Fun fact out there, if you guys do like a bachelor party or a bachelorette party and you're like, oh, it's my last night being single. No, it's not. You've been in a relationship the whole time. Shut up. What do you mean last night being single? I think that's such bull. Like, I always thought that was so stupid. If anything, getting married is the last thing you would do when getting a stripper.
Get a stripper for the day after you get a divorce.
Exactly. See, that is the appropriate time when you would hire a stripper. No ties there, no relationships, and it's like, whatever. You can go get a stripper and like jack off and be sad or something. Anyways, I'm on a tangent. I just think it was dumb. We didn't want to do like the male stripper thing. We thought that was stupid. So instead we watched Magic Mike. We wanted to watch a movie about strippers instead of getting an actual stripper. Where am I going with this? Anyways, we watched Magic Mike. It's really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? I thought that there would be more like silly stripper scenes. There's like none. There's like 3 stripper scenes max. The rest of the time he's just talking about his feelings. I'm like, I didn't watch a stripper movie to watch a man talk about his feelings. I watched this movie to watch him shake ass. So yeah, Magic Mike isn't worth it, you guys. It's not worth it. Yeah, but Dima, you did not like it because they are 3D men. Also that. I've just never really been into actors and celebrities. I still think that the most beautiful actor I've ever seen is Taz Skylar, the live action Sanji. And that's just because I think that he's also a really cool dude. That's really it. And not because Ruby gifted me a thing where he said happy birthday to me. Taz Skylar told me happy birthday, you guys.
Hey Dima, have a good birthday.
Leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing.
Is that what gooning is? Oh, I see. Okay, let's jump back into this.
Remembering that Filthy Frank quote about Magic Mike.
If you can look at a dick and not pop a boner, then you are not gay. Filthy Frank, circa 2015. I wonder what it's like to have a boner. I've always wondered that. It's meh. It's meh. You're like, 3 out of 5 stars. It's okay. You can have soul boners. I do have soul boners. Every time I see Dragonov and Tekken, I get a soul boner. It's like a boner of the heart. It goes doki doki. It's throbbing in a different sort of way. Oh my god, I'm trying to not be too loud because my roommate's in the middle of a work meeting right now and they're just gonna hear me talking about boners in the other room.
It's 99% women and one gay dude, plus me in the back with my girlfriend. It was a 7 p.m. screening, so I'm guessing some businesswomen were there too, as some were in business casual clothing. The movie starts to play, and throughout the film I keep hearing this weird shuffling noise, like the sound of clothes rubbing against each other. Anyway,
No way.
I looked to the left, and I shit you not,
No.
every single woman in the row was sitting cross-legged, and almost in turn they would just shuffle in their own seats.
I feel like the audience for Magic Mike and stuff is like 50-year-old women. Like the only people I know that would watch these movies watch it ironically, you know.
More shuffling than usual.
They're dancing.
I even turned around and looked at the people behind. All women, all legs crossed, all shuffling.
Ew.
And then I realized what was going on. And then I started laughing. These women were gooning in a movie theater about a male stripper just in public like no one would
That's
notice.
gross. That's so gross. Imagine these were all dudes, right? And they're all at like a movie together watching strippers and they all got like their hands in their pants. That's exactly what's happening here. Gross. Ew. Could you imagine the smell? When I'm gooning in the cinema, they ask me politely to leave. That's not fair.
Maybe they thought that it was a safe space because realistically I wasn't meant to be there. But fate decided that I needed to be graced with the knowledge that women love to goon. The thing is, it was like a 2-hour movie and
You got this info after spending time in a movie theater with like 50-year-old women. The pool that he took this information from is a bit skewered. You know what I mean? Yeah, the sample size is not really appropriate, I guess. The people that go to see these movies in theater, they're going to be little freaks, right? So you can't go to a place where there's going to be little freaks and be like, oh my God, women are freaks, which is kind of true. But I mean, in this instance, right? Like that doesn't seem right.
I don't know. Maybe they're just such hardcore gooners that they did it for the love of the game. When I first realized that gooning, I lean into my girlfriend and whisper my revelation, and she has that same ear-to-ear grin as if she already knew that these women were gooning.
Oh my God, why did he
She
take
tells
him
me
there?
to playfully shush and that I should focus on the movie.
That is not a safe
But how
space.
could I when I was non-consensually forced to be in a goon sesh? This continues for the rest of the movie as I'm forced to just sit there and endure whilst trying not to laugh out loud. The movie ends and the lights turn on, and I remember looking around
And everything smells like a jar of pickles. Dude, that's gross. Ew. What's wrong with these people? Yeah, his girlfriend is sus. Why would you take him to that? I don't think that's funny. I feel like you should trust the person that you're in a relationship with to not take you to a place where people are publicly masturbating. I don't know. I think that's like the bare minimum.
looking at the women, and they all looked like everyday normal women, not some weird goon-addicted freaks. And ever since that day, I was wise to the female gooning epidemic. Now that was a year ago, and it's only gotten worse. Since then, I've heard about the underground goon trade that is book talk.
I thought this was an ad. For a second. I was gonna start suggesting audiobooks or something. Oh yeah, dude, book talk is crazy. I don't know how many people here use TikTok. Book talk is just people suggesting books and stuff to each other, but all of those books are always the worst possible pieces of fiction you could find.
It's mostly women who are involved with book talk, and this doesn't sound that bad, you might say. Well, it's the content of the books. It's 95% smut and softcore corn, for being honest.
Correct,
and
it is.
Because
It's
it's
weird.
TikTok, they circumnavigate the content filters on TikTok by referring to a book's spiciness level as to the level of its smuttiness. If you type a book into Google, there's a pretty high chance that
Also,
you'll get...
maybe I just have like a really poor imagination. Most smut out there is just really bad.
just looking to see if it has what they need to drain the swamp, shall we say.
Ew.
To give you an
Why would you
example
say
of
it
how
that way?
ridiculous some
Drain
of
the
this
swamp, flush the toilet, clean the pipes.
is, I'll read you a few excerpts of one book called Neon Gods.
Oh God.
That's supposed to be high level.
Anytime I see a book with this sort of cover, with this sort of text, I already know it's gonna be ass. I know people say don't judge a book by its cover, but if I see something that looks like this, I'm not reading it. I had a friend in high school who admitted to me that she's really into Harry Potter and Malfoy fanfic. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this information. I was like, okay. I honestly don't remember how I responded. I'm pretty sure I was like, ew! Why'd you tell me that? And then we went to algebra after that. And I just had to sit through algebra class knowing this about my friend. I didn't ask for this. I'm sitting there, the teacher's like, all right, now divide X by Y. And I'm like, why? 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 You kink shamed? She didn't have to share that with me, okay? I think that if somebody trauma dumps on you, you're allowed to kink shame them. Fair is fair.
Begins with Hades.
Hades.
This woman is mine. Even if it's only for a few months, it's heady knowledge.
What does heady knowledge mean?
Hades, please. I go still, and she tries to roll her hips to keep my fingers. That earns her a nip on her shoulder. Things I do for you guys, you better be appreciative of this. Anyways, continuing. I kiss Persephone and resume driving her towards her.
You got a reverse boner right now. You got an innie.
She still tastes like summertime. I
What
want
does that
to
mean?
wrap her up and keep her
I want
safe.
someone to explain me as tasting like summertime.
I press the heel of my hand against her, giving her that extra bit of friction.
Okay, this has gone on for entirely too long. I'm done.
Persephone shivers
It's still
in my
going.
arms, leaning
I
against
don't want to see this anymore.
her taste on my tongue with a desire bordering on frenzy. Imagine
You read
being
way
one
too
of the
much of this.
ancient
You
Greek
read
writers
way too
and
much of
hearing
this.
slop. I'd honestly be rolling in my grave to realize that my work of fiction was transformed into this. I don't even know how to describe it. And the worst part
you
is
made
the
your
use
point.
of
That's what I'm
language is so
saying. Wrap it
basic
up.
that it was obviously intended for the low IQ
He's doing too much.
or for younger audiences, which is
You should
concerned.
not write these things for younger audiences, you little freaks. There are too many freaks out here. I don't know how anyone sees this and they're like, yeah, that's some good content. This is good. You know, like, this is weird. Stop. Get some help. If this is you out there, please listen to me. You need to get help. You need to get help. It's not okay what you're doing out there, all right? But you're not alone. There's plenty of other little freaks out there. I mean, not freak. There's plenty of other victims out there that are just like you. And you need to just take a step back and realize that the first step in fixing your problems is recognizing that you have a problem. And once you do that, you are free. So please, get some help. We're here for you. We're here for you.
Yeah, this is what book talk is all about. Now, I'm not one to judge, but
I'm one.
remember, these are the
I am.
books that they're reading on the train to work, in school, just in public places, because seeing these books with the colourful paperbacks and weird titles. And
Little
usually
freaks.
I'd not give it a second thought because the title just sounds so shit. But now I've realised that they're all gooners. So I hit a quick Google search anytime I see a title being posted. And then I realised that they're just another gooner. Now this video isn't here to necessarily shame people for reading.
He keeps saying that word, and now it just sounds like a pasta in my head. Doesn't it sound like a pasta? I will take the goon with the red sauce and meatball. Extra spicy. Extra cheese.
You guys need to be sprayed with cold water. In fact,
True.
we need a government program that has
Real.
automated sprinkler systems that just splash cold water
What?
onto these gooners whenever it detects a spicy book.
What?
Now, to those of you who think I might be overreacting a bit, just remember that if this was a dude doing this in public, he would rightfully be lynched, but for some reason...
That's pretty true. You ever meet those people that are just like straight up reading hentai in public? There were some people that I knew in like high school that did that. I was so weirded out. Like, they would straight up bring just like hentai to school.
I would read smutty fanfic on the train.
Why? Keep that to yourself, you little freak. You little freaks. Nobody has any sense of public decency these days. An exquisite goon. I trained my poker face so hard to be able to read that stuff on public transport. Funny enough, my poker face breaks hard when I read wholesome, fluffy fanfic. Oh no, I'm the same too. If I'm reading something cute, I can't help it. I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna goon right there on the spot. Am I using that word correctly? Alright, we're gonna keep going with this video.
Some of you may ask if I, Stoic Stick, am a gooner. And let me just tell you that, no, I am not. In fact, I'm quite the opposite, as I practice semen retention in order to increase my testosterone levels. Semen retention is
Me, I like to just finish as fast as possible. What is he talking about, dude?
a very powerful technique that the government is very afraid of. I've been nut-free for almost a year now, and I can levitate. I'm pretty sure that I'm close to
scared.
being sent some federal agents to try and break me,
Oh,
but those wenches
guy.
could never lower my testosterone.
Mind break you? Haha.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
Good video, that was fun. I guess what I'm taking away from this is that if you are described in this video, please seek help. I learned to never trust shuffling noises. It's like when you're reading those comics and then you see the you know that something bad is about to happen. In this case, it was all about gooning. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Bye bye.